huge hand. We do hope that Matt has jacks here, unfortunately for him. $515 bounty. We have queens in the big. Like too big of a spot to slow roll him as well, you know? The holidays have begun, chat. Going in on table 5, registered, ready to go. Loving that. Probably flat, especially with this player in the big blind. We want a chance of that bounty ourselves. Call there with the 8s. We flop a set, which is just what it's about, dude. What is this? Word. A little bit of a complicated turn, I would say. Easy rejam for sure. Makes me want to just spend more time. Ooh, I like flatting here actually. The thing you get from it is knowledge. Like a Kindle makes it so simple, you know, or an iPad in reader mode or whatever. Like, you know, it's they check on the flop. I think we just bet jam here. Pretty unlikely we're looking at ace king or ace queen, I would say. Raising early position and then checking flop when they cover for a bounty. And like I said, we're going to go for the thin value bet here. It is thin, but I think most of the time, Wicked Win 0 is just going to c-bet ace king, ace queen when we have the stack that we have. Like, they're going to want to get the bounty. So, I think it's so likely we have the best hand here. They have ace 10. Still lots of poker to come, so happy. Ace queen 7 8. They're playing for a bounty. Got to dodge the 6 7 and 8. Hey, let's go. And we're all in over the button open, but again, a really nice hand here. Likely the best hand. So in a good spot. Jimmy, you need a mini fridge. Yeah, true, actually. Good point. That could work. Ace 10 against 10s. We're up to 165. We don't get the bounty, right? Yeah. That would have been so sick if we got a 265 bounty there. Okay, so we're kind of in this now. Like, we have a stack that can actually fight for the win here. Wait, let's go to the jacks here. Covering for a bounty. We were the shortest stack forever. And now we flop a set and we're gaining, but they fold. King, queen, we open the 320. But fought back from the depths of despair to be in a pretty decent spot. Check back. It's a spot where this opponent can put a lot of pressure on us. We don't really want to check raise and play like a really big pot on the FT bubble here. We just want to check back, keep the pot small. We can generally continue, especially if they bet 1/3. And keep going on. King of the river is great. We bet. And we take it down against 9-10. Pretty close here as to whether we rip or call with the king jack. I think probably call. It's not quite bad enough, you know? Like, it's better to jam with a jack 10 or a queen 10 or a queen jack. King jack is accomplishing a little bit less than those hands. So we're just going to call. Flop is king queen 8. Pretty good flop. It is worth noting, like, they're betting in a spot where they're potentially at risk on the FT bubble. So it gives them a slightly stronger range of the button, slightly stronger c-betting, turn betting, river betting range, which means that this hand could be in a tough spot on the river, right? It's not really in a tough spot yet. They bet 31,000 on the turn, okay? I think we continue here, right? And this is the tough river spot, you know? that I was talking about. If it goes bet gem, we are bluff catching, right? I don't think they're betting king 10 for value. We're only beating bluffs. They check back. So they do shut down. But yeah, if they bet the river, we hit our life and I fold, I think. Jack 10. Chat, this is obviously a nightmare. Not now, on the turn. It's a nightmare. Because we're looking at 24 combos of overpairs and then everything else. That makes it pretty easy. Continue. Let's go. Final table hype of the 320 Super as we are actually down to 8 here. Oh, sorry, bud. Sorry, bud. We are down to 8. 433 cashed. Matt's bounty is very nice. But ideally, I get his bounty last, you know? Listen, we are brothers. I wish him success, but I'm a competitor here as well, and I'm trying to win the tournament. So do whatever I can to make that happen. All right, so this 271 bounty is gone. We're now down to 7. Holy smokes, this is huge hands. We do hope that Matt has jacks here, unfortunately for him. $515 bounty. We have queens in the big. It's like too big of a spot to slow roll them as well, you know? Hello, everyone. I think I have the coolest piece of poker software you've ever seen today. It is called Hybrid Poker. Brand new piece of poker learning software where you test your score against myself, against Daniel Negreanu, against Bill Perkins, and see how you score against the three of us, as well as other poker players as well. But Hybrid Poker learns about you, the player, which is, this is really cool. As Hybrid Poker gets to know you, it's going to tell you what to work on. There's a link to the IQ test down below. Try it for free. I think you'll like it. So try it out. And, oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to get both bounties here.
Here we go. Sitting on a monster.
Just no 6. Come on! Send me the money!
Where have I seen that before? Oh, every single time I play a hand against this man.
Send me the chips, baby! It's the Super 320! See ya! Goodbye! Oh, you'll love to see it. 700 in bounties, 700 cashed. And we're T1 in the tourney. But it wouldn't be for me. It would just be to make content, right? Like there's no tournaments that are sort of like big to play. So that's a bit of a problem. We're going to 3-bet here. Wow, we get a call, which is very interesting. I think I'm going to check raise here. I think our opponent's going to bet too much with king, jack, queen, jack here, and ace highs. I think with 200 in the middle, 300 back, top pair, second nut kicker, we don't want to fold this hand. So basically, like, what's the best way to get value? And I think we're going to exploit an over-eager c-bet here. But it goes check, check, turns a deuce of clubs. Do we want to go for it again? Yeah. I like the same plan. Like the same plan. The worst river in the deck, dude. We lose to ace jack, we lose to king jack, we lose to king queen. Oh, we've checked the river, but it's just the worst river in the deck. It's the worst one. I think we have to fold. That's a flush, so the shorty doubles. Oh no, that's a full house. We're down to 4. What a crazy run out. We are down to 4. Queens, lovely. A lovely hand. No, I don't necessarily want to get this in pre right now against Fitzbees. I mean, it is a bounty, and if we get it all in, we cover everyone crushingly for bounties. Interesting. This is an interesting spot, actually, because it's a very strong hand. I think it's probably best to play as a call, I think. Like, obviously, it's super good. It's just, is it a huge ICM mistake to get in against ace king here, basically, and lose? They potted on the flop. I think we should call, and then we should probably fold the turn if they go really big again, in that there is an overcard. But, like, queens is a great hand, right? So, call the flop. Fold. Fold the turn. We also block the main draw we want them to have here, queen 10, right? Is, like, the main. Queen 10 backdoor flush draw is a hand that can go wild there. Probably call. We call the flop, and then if they barrel the turn, we have to fold. Let's check. Do we try and bluff ace king, ace jack, ace 10? Probably not in this board texture. Like, I think it's an easy call for ace king, ace jack. Like ace 10, ace 9 gets a little bit more in the middle. And chat, we don't fold here. 7-4. They bet half pot. We call, but we're not super pumped, you'd say. Check. That card is not great. Like, they pick up some jacks sometimes and then go to showdown. River is, of course, gorgeous. It's 60,000. I think we raise and then fold to a jam, right? Like, there's probably value to be had here from our trip fours. But if they go all in over the top, I would expect them to have better than trip fours on a possible flush board, right? Okay. That hand is the question mark. Does that hand fold if we bet? You know, worse 8 probably folds, but call in position. I think it's risking too much for sure to jam. So we just call, and I've seen better flops. That's a straight. We call 1 bet and then fold to 2. I think seems pretty straightforward here. Nice. Can't do it. Aces, king 8. Let's get some straights. Queen. Okay. 356 bounty is gone. Blankies has got it, but we're down to 3. So it's a little ladder, 1251. Next ladder's up to 2,000, so it's a pretty big ladder. Call with ace 9, check on the flop. It's a pretty good turn. Hopefully they have a 9 and then we get to free roll it, right? Like they have 9, 10 and they just raise here. We get it all in and we're drawing to 16% for a double up. I don't think a 9 can fold here, so we're just going to bet 190. I'm not expecting, like, really wide calls. 3 deuce against 10 jack, counterfeit on the river, we're heads up. The 6 counterfeits to make this 6s and 10s with the jack kicker. 3 deuce was ahead, but no good. We are heads up for the title here, chat. So, what we're playing for is, it's actually not a huge, it's pretty big. So, we've got 2,000 in the prize pool plus 727 cashed, right? So, call that 2,800. And the heads up match, although there's no difference between first and second place in terms of like the actual prize pool. It's $2 difference. You play for double this and double this. So double this is about $950. And then double this is about $900, right? So 1,850, 1,820 heads up match. So we either win 2,800 or we win 4,600-ish. Is the deal. That's what we're playing for. And obviously we're at a disadvantage right now, but 14. Okay. It's a no-brainer call on the turn. River's a 9. Pretty good river. I wish that I didn't have the ace of hearts because they could have a flush draw, but like, you know, 7 with the top kicker is pretty good. I don't think it's going to be too many barrels with a 9 in them. Like 10-9, 9-8 are not like great candidates. I guess 9-8 is a decent candidate for what it's worth, but then it's not going to value jam the river. It's just going to check. So my first impression is to call here. I think it's pretty good. Pretty good hand. Pretty high in our range as well. Yeah, I think we call. Good luck. GG. 2766.